Welcome back to the Swindle. This is the 4th episode. And before we start, let's grab an upgrade. Bomb count level 2, which will give us 6 bombs instead of 3. Thought about getting a melee upgrade instead, but bombs are going to be better in the short term. Anyway, off to New Belgravia. New Belgravia, or New Belgravia, if you prefer, is about the halfway point in the game. We're going to start to see a bunch of new enemies, a bunch of traps that are different. Basically a lot of stuff that's going to kill you. There's a notable difficulty spike here. So speaking of new guys, we've got 2 here. One are the doctors, who spit out gas. If you touch them, you get poisoned, and you'll die in about 10 to 15 seconds. And the second one is interesting. So the Swindle has a stealth mechanic that I haven't talked about. It's called noise, and when you move around or jump, you make noise. There is actually a button for sneaking that will make you make less noise, but it's almost entirely useless, except when it comes to 2 enemies. And one of those enemies is that brain in the jar. So if I make noise, say if I jump, he'll get alerted and run right toward me. Thankfully, he's pretty easy to kill. Also, I've made a mistake. Even when you kill these guys, poison will still come out of their bodies for a few seconds, so you kind of gotta wait. 'Cause if you touch them, bad stuff's gonna happen. So I guess let's go back to the front door. I'm not in love with the placement of that mine. Nor that camera. Will I be safe? Yes. Hacking speed is going to come in handy here. Not quite fast enough. Gotta wait for the next pass. As I was saying, hacking speed will come in handy here. I don't like my odds going to the door, though. Actually, yeah, I'll be safe here. Not from the doctor, though. Another thing we're going to see a lot of is more stationary cameras. They are kind of a nuisance. I'm not even going to bother going further right. Also, since we're in a new area, we obviously get more money. I picked up about 5,000 from that computer, but usually get about 7,000. The game also kind of expects you to have a triple jump by now, so wall faces are going to get pretty difficult to climb for me. One of these times I'll get him. I'm kind of tempted to use the Steam Purge and save myself the trouble, but looks like there's a security station down there, and oh, up on the top right we see our first locked computer. Locked computers will activate the alarm even if you hack them. The only way to get around that is to hack the security station they are associated with. Also, enemies spawn on the roofs now. They're no longer safe places. This Trident guy has a special melee attack. When he spots you, he becomes electrified and much more dangerous. But when he doesn't spot you, you can deal with him pretty safely. Oh, that kind of worked out. But again, I have to play the waiting game because I can't step into those fumes. That guy on the left in the tank is kind of a rare enemy type around here. You don't see him too much. He just kind of swivels back and forth. If he sees you, he'll start shooting his gun. This mine should blow him up, though. Or maybe not? The bomb should definitely do it. Yeah, good enough. So down here's the security station we need. Just gotta take care of these guys. And after we hack this, the alarm on the computer should go away. Yep. Now it's safe to hack. Also, that guy chose a really bad place to die. You might have also noticed, but New Belgravia is a much bigger area. There's usually about 3 computers, whereas warehouses might have had only 2, and Slums definitely only has 2. There's also a lot of poison enemies in this area for some reason. Looks like there's not really anything down there. Oh, well, 1 bag of money. Eh, not too hard. Not super into going down and to the right over there. But things seem to be going well, so let's give it a shot. Man, I hate these guys. This takes forever. Also, there's a bunch of new traps that only activate when the alarm comes on, like this thing I'm standing in front of. It shoots a wall of electricity. We don't have to worry about it right now. Until I screw up. Not if, when. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that's probably everything in the level. So it's time to go! Yeah, that was it, and we got a ridiculous amount of money for it. So it's time to buy a shitload of upgrades. First of all, we need another jump. Second, gonna buy a bunch of goggle upgrades. Computer locator app will let you see where computers are. It's handy. Security station locator app does the same thing, but for security stations. And level scanner app lets you see all the money in the level. We might have enough for one more thing. Let's grab the local EMP. EMP is not really a necessary upgrade, but it's fun to play around with. Actually, I'm not going to show off the EMP there, because that would probably kill me. Oh, I forgot to buy melee strength. Well, that's next on the list. So you can see in the top left of the screen, I can see the total property cache. I can also see how many security stations are in the level. And then I have little icons on the screen pointing out computers to me. Looks like there's 3 total. Why am I so bad at this? I don't know if I talked about the Speedster before, but he's just a really fast guy. You can see him up on the right. Also, I need to hack this mine or I'll blow up the computer. And you know what? Let's go back to that computer real quick. I just kind of realized something. I've been reminded many times that I have forgotten to plant bugs despite talking about how broken they are. So let's actually do that this time. I got so distracted with my sweet hauls and staying alive for so long. But I forgot extra money might be, you know, helpful. Just a little bit. I'm not really liking the look of that room. It's not my jam. It'll probably be easier if I go in this way. These cylinder things here, they fly around. They can't see you, but they periodically shoot out flames, seemingly at random. And they are very good killing you at random. So you just kind of have to pray that they don't shoot out energy when you're hitting them, or else you're done. I'm not sure how I want to deal with this, although I'm getting an inkling of an idea. It's going to take a lot of bombs, but I have a lot of bombs. I might have timed this poorly. Yep, there we go. So that's one taken care of. You know what? Let's show off the EMP. That didn't work as well as I was expecting. So I wasted the computer, but not the guy I wanted to. The best laid plans. Thankfully, there's at least one more computer in here. I'm thinking I want to go in through the roof. We're gonna try my strategy one more time. Because, you know, I hate cameras, and they deserve to die. Gonna make getting in there much easier. Now I can do my favorite trick, and just hang out. So the last computer is just one room over. Gotta wait for these guys to die first. Or finish dying, rather. And this one looks much easier. Why'd you have to die on the money? So according to my cash meter, there's still about 600 pounds in the level. 688 to be exact. But since I blew up the computer, I'm not going to get 100% anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'm kind of done with this place. And I don't want to deal with that mine, so we're going through the roof. Not really my greatest heist, but it was a heist. And it does give me enough to get a melee strength upgrade. So I think we'll do one more before I call it for this episode. Hopefully it'll be quicker. So now those guys only take 2 hits, whereas otherwise they would have taken 3. And these guys only take 1. Also, so much for that, I guess. I did want a quick heist. So there we see walls of electricity. That's a new thing. I'm also not leaving here empty-handed. I'm gonna at least plant a bug and get some money. Bug first. Money next, and then we are out of here. Well, good heist, everyone. We really did it. And I think I'm going to call it for this episode. Next episode, we'll do a few more heists and then probably move on to the next area. See ya.